Hello, pal. This is Dr. Cool Artifacts. In today's edition, we're dealing with a flat clutch pedal, and you can see it right there. It's very terrible. So I've run into this problem a lot, and I'll show you how to fix that today. Okay, you're welcome back to my channel. That's one hell of a ride right there. So we're back in this pit again with the flat clutch pedal. Most of you who have encountered this problem, you're gonna have a lot of things going on your mind and trying to figure this shit out, and you're kind of stuck like, what exactly is the problem? You're getting a lot of different opinion and you don't even know which one to actually follow. Let me help you. Alright, I've run into this problem before on Make 4, and that was actually as a result of a low brake fluid. So you want to check the brake fluid first and make sure that it's not lower than expected. And the next one is actually the clutch sleeve. But in most cases, the clutch sleeve doesn't really give up quickly. So I wouldn't say you should start with a clutch sleeve, though it's the easiest one to start with. Pedal. You know, when
and the last one that's going to be able to cause it,
I will advise you
in
to
most
start
cases,
with the big
9
one
out of
first.
10
So the big one is
this guy right here.
Column right here, and that's this guy.
Okay, so this is the
Forget about
clutch
the fact
master
that she
for,
looks small, but it's still
I don't know,
the
they
big guy
changed
here
to
you really can reach
rubber,
it
and
really easily.
it gets to spoil very much
small,
often.
But it's really
I don't know the brain
gigantic.
behind it. I think it's to get customer back to the market,
way
because
of
aside
looking
that,
at
their
it
car
from.
don't easily broke. Like
So,
this is 1.6 liters.
Here we go.
You can drive this car like
I've replaced
forever.
this one here.
Okay. Now with that said,
after
replacing
that,
these is where the problem comes.
I also go ahead
got
to
a
bleed
brand
the
new
system of air. You
That's
can see
it
the
right
catalog
here.
of one which
So I'm supposed to have shown you guys how to be able to get it out. And that's what I'm gonna be doing. So I bought this one. This is
the making of this
is
video is
aftermarket
actually
parts. I hope this one should be able to last long.
Exactly what
Then
the
getting this
could
out
be.
is a problem. Now you
Then
don't get it out from the
finding
hood.
lasting solution
You're gonna be
to
getting
it.
out of
So
here, and
I've
when you're gonna be getting out of
replaced
here, you're gonna
the
be
clutch sleeve,
losing this. It's been secured by
replaced the
313
clutch,
millimeter
master.
bolt. You can see 2 down there.
Now
This is one here.
I've also gone
I have
ahead
one
to
on top.
actually devise a
And
tool
for you to lose it,
be able to
so the first thing you're gonna be doing
bleed the
here
air out of the
is
system completely, which actually,
the first.
for obvious reasons, I've actually done that.
I suggest you should start with this big one. It's supposed to have the problem. First of all, start with this one that is here, this clutch, and make sure that there is no any leak of brake fluid. If there is any brake fluid leak, then this could be one of the culprit. But most time is this very master here that used to have that problem. So the first thing you're gonna be doing here is to pull out the pin. They have the pin that you can see around here. So you want to pull out that pin first. When you pull out the pin, just find something and buy it out of the way. Then pull this one out. Pull this one down. You see this one here. So you drag it down, then you get out. Then the next one you want to pull out, make sure you want to find something to catch the fluid that's leaking. Like you can see, it's pointing my hand on my hand right now. So you pull that one out, pull it out strongly, and twist it, then you should pull out. When you twist out,
the bigger problem and the bigger question here is,
then you have
what
separated
exactly is the problem?
The
Now here,
fluid
I'm gonna be dropping the
then
gearbox
you should
to
be getting ready to
the
get this one
transmission.
out. Let me show you one more thing.
So
Unfortunately, I couldn't get
exactly what is going on right now.
The leg brake out to
I want to get in there.
The clutch pedal out, so I can be able to show you, because I've actually replaced mine. I'm about to complete it before it did dawn on me that some could be having problem with theirs, and putting it back will be a problem. Now the first thing here is, if you have this it should be stuck like this, right? There are two retain clips that's going to be somewhere here and here, so you're going to use something like this and push it from one side,
because technically
and push
speaking,
it on the other side.
these are all just
you drag
the
this one out,
act.
you buy it. And the Jetta, the problem we have with this Jetta 2.7 model is that it had to go into to shift into gears. We've replaced a couple of parts, but still the problem is not resolved. So we're having a feeling that the problem could be coming from either the throwout bearing, and this is one of the, this happened to be one of the parts which we replaced. This is the clutch master, which you can see over there. Then this is the clutch sleeve, which I've replaced. This one is not leaking. The previous one that was there was leaking. This one has been fully bleeded and it's not leaking, but yet it will not go into gear when the car starts. So now we're about to drop it. I think probably we might be the first person trying to do this. So the first thing we're doing here is there are 13 bolts that are holding it in place here, which we're losing out, and that's it here. Then we have the gear selector pin, which is here. Simple, slide it in and it clicks. So you want to get it out, you just hold it and slide it out. Okay, now the next one we want to show you, there is a clip that holds the here that, you know, here goes into here. There are two of them. They have the bigger one and they have the smaller one. This is the bigger one here, and this is the smaller one. The smaller one goes in here, which is for the upper one, while the bigger one, which is this one here, pretty much if you're looking at it, they're apparently not almost the same size, but they have different constructional features. So in order to get this out, you can see that there's a thread here. If you keep screwing it, the whole day is not going to get out. So if you want to get it out, it's simple. You hold it like this and grab it. All right, then it will open its mouth, then you pull it out and you let it go. So they did a nice job here so that it won't get misplaced. Now we have 18 bolt here. We have another one here. Then we have the one for the motor mount, for the gear mount. Then we're also going to be taking another 18 out of this kicks that holds the Kickstarter. Then we have a 13. We shift this thing a little bit. Have 13 that holds the Kickstarter solenoid. We're losing that out. You can see that here. Right. Then we have the clip for the Kickstarter that activate the solenoid there to put it out. Then on the gearbox, we got a reverse switch sensor there. We're also going to pull that out. So this one, as it is right now, is currently free. Now the next thing we want to show you here is there's a special hex. I don't know what the name of that shit is called, that holds the axle shaft here. So we'll lose that out. Then we also take the tire out, and you can see the shaft right there, and it's being held in place by 28 mil. In order to lose this out, there is a trick which we use. The first trick there is either you want to go through, let someone help you, hold on the brake, hold on the brake really strong before you try to loosen it anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise is loose. Now the other second trick there is you want to get these bolts in place just like you saw me did this one here. Then when you do that, then you want to get something like Allen key or T27 and slide it in between here like this. When you slide it in like this, then you should hold it in place while you torque it anti-clockwise. When you torque it anti-clockwise, this should be able to come out. Then you can simply put it out. But before pulling it out, you have up to like you have different, I think that should be like 6 of them that hold it in place. That very socket right there, or this thing there, is 8mm. So this is one of the very good useful tools. I think they've done this on Make 3. They also repeat it in Make 4, Make 5, and so forth. So, and if you do that after losing it out, then you pull this one out. Now, suppose you're actually supposed to be doing it on the same way. Do the same thing you did here to the other side. But if you know your onion very well, what you want to do here is after slacking this one, before you slack this one here, before you slack this motor mount, you want to get a jack underneath here. And also don't forget there is a dustpan that covers the engine. You can see that I suspended this tire because I don't want to lose it out. The reality there is I'm supposed to have even lose it out, but there is a special key which is anti-theft, which they use in protecting it, and I don't know where they kept it, so I have to get that later on. So for that, I have to suspend this one so I can be able to lose out the other shaft that connect to the gear on the other side there. So the target that we got here is we're gonna lose out this kickstarter again. We're gonna lose this one. Then every surrounding bolt that holds the gear to the this one, we're gonna lose it out before we get to lose out the drop the gearbox. And don't forget to remove those wires which I showed you there, because if you don't, within the time you're gonna be dropping this, it's gonna be looking pretty heavy, especially if you don't have a very good jack that's gonna help you hold it, or a pole lift that you're gonna put in place to actually hold the engine, or probably maybe drop the engine entirely before trying to replace it. I think that's gonna be a little bit better, but before doing so, I think you want to remove the compressor and don't remove the pipe so that you don't lose out the refrigerant. Okay, there's a lot of process involved in there. So you just remove the alternator belt there, the drive belt. This one is even pretty much about to need a replacement. So you remove the alternator, you remove that this thing, keep them aside before you can be able to pull the whole engine out after removing the exhaust outlet manifold. All right, I hope you catch that. So the next thing we're going to be doing right now is going to be losing the shaft on the other side there. After losing the shaft, then we're going to lose this thing. But before doing that, we're going to get a jack and put it to hold the engine. All right, to hold the engine up so that the engine will not fall on us when we're trying to do that, to drop the gearbox, because dropping the gearbox most often times can be very, very hectic. Okay, so pretty much I'm going to be posting it right here. So I'm going to be getting back to you guys to give you further updates, possibly in this video or in another video, but I would have liked to combine everything so that it should just be one click. So then after, when we open it, we're going to be telling you exactly what we found. Suppose maybe the throwout bearing which you're looking at, the thing look quite pretty much soft. As I'm pressing it with my hand right now, it look pretty much soft. So it could either be that the throwout bearing is bad, or the throwout bearing is bad, or the pressure plate. It can't get out of both, but I still get some kind of grind noise when I try to engage it in gear. When it's fully engaged in gear. So my decision I'm going to be making here is, if I look at it, if there is a much damage inside, pretty much I won't think I will have the time to start going to buy piece by piece and combine them. I'll just get into the parts store and get a used gearbox that I know that is very healthy, and come and mount it and forget about this, and wash my hand cleans and done. All right, but for the purpose of this video, I'm gonna give you guys analysis of what really happened inside, so you can use that for your own advantage. Anytime you have a problem like this, you run into a problem like this where a car will not shift, will not change in gear, will not go into gear when the car starts, but will change when the car is not when the engine is not on. So you can see we've actually loosened it, and this is the throwout bearing, which I was actually thinking it could be the one that is faulty, but based on my own analysis right now, I think this throwout bearing is still good. And this is the gearbox right there. I just dropped it, and it's pretty much simple. See, there is a jack underneath the engine to make sure it doesn't go out of the way. Now, at this very point now, the next one which we are looking at here, and this is the drive shaft, is that there could be a problem with this pressure plate, because I heard on a 70,000, is it 70,000 mileage or something of that, 70,000 kilometers, then this thing needs to be replaced. And funny enough, I'm certain we are the first person to lose this out, so pretty much I'm gonna be doing it like as if I'm gonna gamble on it. I'm gonna take a look at the, we're gonna bring this one out right now, look at the pressure plate, look at the clutch plate, and look at the entire assembly right there, and see if suppose the clutch, the pressure plate, which is this one I'm pushing right here, if it is still intact as it should. Though I'm seeing some grind here, which seem a little bit has chopped out some off. So I think that very clearance right there could actually mean something. And if I'm supposed to be getting it, I'm going to be getting both the throwout bearing as much as this push pressure plate. Now, comparing this to some other makes, such as Make 3, Make 4, this transmission system is quite simpler to pull out compared to some other ones right there. And you can see I pulled the whole thing out after removing the, without any too much addition and without any too much hassle to it. So what I'm looking at here is there is no way the gearbox is going to be having that problem. It's going to be this pressure plate, because it has not been replaced before. So I'm going to go to the market and get another one, but that's going to be later. So pretty much I'm going to be updating you guys however it goes on the next video. But for now, we're going to be losing out this one and take a look at it before I wrap this very version of this episode up. Okay, so let's lose it up, lose it down, and I'll show you what it is. Okay guys, I've loosened it out, and you can see how the clutch plate really is. So here I'm actually looking at something here. I'm certain that this clutch plate is out, is really blown out of proportion. So I'm gonna be getting this fiber rebounded. That is the first thing which I'm gonna be doing. Then for here, this is the pressure plate. The pressure plate, I don't seem to see any problem with it, but notwithstanding the stress which I've gone through here to actually take it down, I don't think I want to go that twice. So I might likely, I'm gonna be getting another replacement so that I'll be sure that if I'm done, I'm not expecting some sort of a comeback here again, you know. But so far, I think the only problem which I can actually identify right now is the clutch plate. But that's very weird, you know. You can see it really chopped really bad. I haven't been able to establish the fact that a clutch plate will not allow a gear to engage when the car starts on, you know. But you can see right now there is no anything. In fact, I've actually grinded it down to the metal that I used to reband it. So when I'm talking about rebanding, I am not changing this very entire assembly. It's just this part here that I'm going to take to the part store so that we reband it, and I come back and place it right there. But this one here, in order to just be sure that I'm not doing the same mistake twice, I'm also gonna be replacing it, right? I'm gonna be replacing it. I'm gonna be getting another one, and just for the sake of benefit of that, because I don't have all the tools that I needed to be able to test run this right now to see if this pressure plate is actually in a very good, healthy condition. But right now, the only thing I can see here is the clutch plate. So guys, I hope you find this very helpful and very resourceful to solving a problem with a car not going into gear when the engine power is on. If you have a 1.6 liter Jetta that have this kind of transmission system, pretty much watching my video today has been very helpful to actually tell you that this is not so hard to actually do it by yourself if you are to, and save yourself a very huge cost from you know, repairs. So guys, gotta catch you guys later. Bye for now. This is Dr. Cool Auto Fix.